Okay, soon? Okay, fine. So, good afternoon, students. We'll start our newspaper analysis now. Page number 1, it mentions about ongoing Iran and USA issue. This is a daily commentary issue. We need not focus more on that now. Now further, so many are politics. Now one more article in the page number 1 says that swim or sink. Swim or sink, BSF plans crocodile or snake patrols on Bangladesh border. Now, what is the issue? Bangladesh has the largest boundary with India. Now, with Bangladesh, we had a major issue called as illegal migration. Illegal migration. During 1971 war and issues over the East Pakistan turning to Bangladesh and all, number of illegal immigrants came to West Bengal and Northeast region and many other states in our country. Now, and even now that is being continued. For example, recent ouster of Sheikh Hasina and the again election of Tariq Rahman also, in this meantime many of the illegal immigrants came to India. Now problem is that the entire India-Bangladesh border is not completely fenced. One more reason for problematic thing and not being fenced is that the reason for not being fenced is that there we are having riverine belt. Terrain is not so clear. Topography of that area is not suitable for constructing the fencing each and everywhere. Now, what this article says that in this riverine belt, BSF is planning to introduce crocodiles. This newspaper analysis. Yeah.
Orientation class.
No. Yeah. Fine. Crocodiles and sorry for the interruption. Crocodiles and snakes in the river. Now what will be happening if someone is coming? Either they have to swim completely or they will be dying because of this crocodiles and snakes. They have no other option. This type of violent option is being checked by the BSF and Ministry of Home Affairs. We don't know what will be the outcome, but as of now this is just a proposal. Now you can mention this as an example in the answers about this proposal of crocodile and snake patrols in the Bangladesh border. Okay, that's what. Next, one more article says that restore 5 villages merged with AP, Tumala Adjust Center. Now what is the issue? While we know that erstwhile Andhra Pradesh was divided into AP and Telangana through AP Reorganization Act 2014. Now we had also seen recently government had amended section 5 of 2 of this Reorganization Act. Section 5 of 2 of this Reorganization Act mainly to announce Amravati as the sole capital of Andhra Pradesh. Now one more thing we need to understand here is that with this erstwhile with this AP Reorganization Act, 5 villages in the Polavaram affected regions have been submerged into mixed into Andhra Pradesh instead of Telangana. These were earlier Telangana villages, but now these were added into Andhra Pradesh. Now Telangana government is again requesting the government of India to mix those villages back to Telangana. Now this is not important for us, but the thing we need to understand is that who will decide what is the power central government is having in this, now whether to add any villages or reorganization of the state. Now the thing here is that states reorganization or names changing, mixing the states, dividing the states, all these will be under the domain of the Parliament of India. Now Parliament, using its powers under Article 3 and Article 4, can form new states, combine two states, divide two states, as they had done by dividing Andhra Pradesh into Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. So everything is possible. So again, if central government wants, it can add those villages into Telangana. Now for this we require just a simple majority. There is no simple majority. There is no need of any Constitutional Amendment Act under Article 368. Understood? So this is the thing we need to know as part of this article. Next. Next, page number 2, it mentions that SCR surpasses targets in Kavach implementation. It mentions that SCR surpasses targets in Kavach implementation. Now we need to know what is meant by Kavach first of all. What is meant by Kavach first of all? So now Kavach is nothing but, now we might have seen in the last 3 to 4 years rise in number of train accidents. In fact, of course, there is flight accidents also, but we had seen a rise in number of train accidents. We had seen about Odisha train accident where more than 250 people have been died. Now what is the solution for all these things? Now solution for all these things is a thing called as Kavach. This is indigenously developed technology called as automated train protection system. Automated train protection system that provides train protection and collision prevention capabilities for trains. Train protection and collision prevention capabilities for trains. Now what will be happening here? Say for example, on the same track, if two trains are coming, there will be RFID signals placed on the train. Now this will automatically send the signals to the incoming train and both of them will be slowing down. So anti-automated train protection system, so it will be avoiding the collisions. This is the most important needed thing. Now this is developed by Research Designs and Standards Organization of Indian Railways. This is a research wing of Indian Railways. This is important. Now we were going with continuous improvements with this Kavach system. Currently our Kavach 5.0 will be placed in Vande Bharat 4.0 trains. This will be important. Now as I mentioned, these trains will be attached with RFID here. RFID tag reader will be there in the train, and on the track we will be having RFID tags. Now this will look at the things. It will be receiving the signals. Now if trains are coming or if there is any problem in the track, this train will be knowing that and it will automatically stop. So this is important. So as I mentioned, it can detect and prevent any signal passing at danger, automatically stops the train before the signal. If any signal passing is at danger, cab signaling with display of movement authority, target distance, speed and signal aspects, provides each and every parameter over there, prevents head-on collision and all. it provides real-time updates, everything. So this is very important. So we are planning for building this Kavach system in the entire tracks for each and every train. Now this is slowly going on. If this will be realized, we can completely avert any type of accidents in the future, right? Next. Next, editorial mentions that transforming India's nuclear power landscape. Now see, this article is very much important. The reason is that this has been written by Rakesh Sood sir. Now he is a former diplomat and currently a distinguished fellow at CSDR, Council for Strategic and Defense Research. His opinions matter a lot actually. Now he is overall mentioning about how India is transforming with respect to nuclear power landscape. So this is important. Once we will be having a look of what he had written in this article. Now basically he is telling that in the last 2 years, government of India is trying to completely change the nuclear power landscape. So what is the thing? It has been mentioned over there. Now the thing you need to realize here is that nuclear power, government of India currently had nuclear fusion capabilities. We are also trying to build nuclear fusion capabilities as part of ITER project in relation with another 6 more countries. Now this is not a reality as of now, but currently nuclear fission is happening within full force. Now we are having currently 8.78 gigawatt installed nuclear capacity. We had a target of achieving 100 gigawatt by 2047. So to achieve here, what government had done? Now the thing you need to understand that earlier private sector and state governments are not allowed to take part in the nuclear power generation. Now what government had done, since it is becoming a inhibiting thing, so government had come up with Shanti Act. Sustainable harnessing of nuclear power for transforming India. We want to harness our nuclear power properly. With this idea, what we had done, we had allowed the first major change we had done here. We had allowed the private sector. Private sector will be allowed to build the nuclear power reactors. They can operate these things. Next, along with that, they had removed the earlier supplier liability thing. We used to have Civil Liability for Nuclear Damage Act 2010. Now this has been removed currently, and this is replaced with graded operator graded liability. Now what is the thing here? Earlier the supplier liability is that who will be supplying. Say for example, Kazakhstan used to supply 80% of uranium reserves for us. Now if any type of nuclear accident happens, Kazakhstan must pay 1500 crores. This is called as supplier liability. Now that supplier liability has been changed to the graded liability. The reason is that because of this supplier liability, many countries like Canada, USA, Japan, even though they had signed civil nuclear agreement with us, but they didn't give to us any type of uranium supplies. This is acting as an inhibiting factor. So to counter and remove that, in this Shanti Act, government had removed this and replaced with graded liability. Now the operator of the nuclear power plant, be it private sector or Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited, they will be responsible for this liability. Understood? Now this has been mentioned by our Rakesh Sood sir. Now one more thing here with respect to Shanti Act is that we are planning to come up with small modular reactors. Right. So now Shanti Act is one of the major legislation brought by the government to change the nuclear energy landscape. Now along with the Shanti Act also, it had it had brought some more changes. Now, first major change is that in budget 2025-26, it had announced nuclear energy mission. With 20,000 crores, and along with that 20,000 crores, and along with that target of achieving 22 gigawatt by 2032 and 100 gigawatt by 2047. Now, along with that, this nuclear energy mission also wants to build a new thing called as Bharat Small Reactors. At least 5 Bharat Small Reactors by 2032. Bharat Small Reactors are those reactors where power generation from that reactor will be less than 300 megawatt. Understood? So these are the major changes brought by the government of India for increasing the nuclear power share in our country. Now the thing you need to understand here is that India had a capacity, overall installed power capacity of around 520 to 530 gigawatt. Now in this only 8 gigawatt is 8780 megawatt, or 8 gigawatt is nuclear power. That means there is lot of scope to do. Now we need to achieve that. For that, government is doing all these things. This was nicely summarized by Rakesh Sood sir. Next, further, another editorial has been written by Prabhas Ranjan sir. Now this editorial mainly mentions about the WTO. Now what is the thing? Recently, World Trade Organization had conducted its 14th ministerial conference meeting in Cameroon. And now this became a low profile event. Now many major countries didn't care about it, and further no major event also happened in this summit. Now earlier, if some type of WTO summit used to happen, many countries used to attend and they used to focus a lot on it. But currently this ministerial conference 14 didn't attract so much thing, and no landmark agreement had happened. At least in MC 12, ministerial conference 12, we had which happened in around 2021, we had agreement on fisheries. In MC 13, we had announced moratorium on this digital flows. Now, though nothing has been concretely happened in this 14th ministerial conference, this mentions about the decline of WTO. So for the prelims, what we need to know here is that about the WTO. Now WTO is formed in 1995, majorly to promote free and fair trade in our nation. Now this has been formed through Uruguay round of talks, through Marrakesh Treaty. Now earlier we used to have a similar body called as GATT, General Agreement on Trade and Tariffs. This turned into WTO. Since this GATT do not include services, do not include IPRs, we thought that we will be turning from GATT to some new body. That new body became WTO, World Trade Organization. But WTO is facing the crisis such that one of the major organ of WTO, dispute settlement body, is dysfunctional currently because of lack of appointments of the judges. If that is not there, it is like India not having Supreme Court. That will be very much problematic to solve the disputes. So there is urgent need for bringing reforms in the WTO. Okay, so this is needed, and further we need to also get a permanent solution for our amber box subsidies. That means WTO do not generally allow our food security measures like MSP, PDS and all. Now temporarily we were in peace clause. That means we were temporarily being allowed. Now we need to find a long-term solution for it. So revival of WTO is very much important. Countries must focus on revival of the WTO. Okay, next. Another editorial here mentions about Amravati becoming the AP capital. We had discussed that in the last 3 days. And now, first of all, what will be the benefit of a single capital being announced here? here Amaravati being announced, the benefit here would be that now investments can be attracted, because investors will be having hope that okay, this is having some fixed international class capital, so if you are investing something, there would be clarity here. Further, when this has been done by the parliament, now changing the capital again requires parliamentary approval, so it might be generally difficult for any other government in the future to change the capital. That itself is an issue. Further, now even people will be having a strong emotional connect that this is our capital. How Telangana people feel that Hyderabad is our capital, Andhra people will also be getting one standalone capital. So promoting investments and all will also be very much beneficial with this move. Next. Page number 8, states can reap benefits of women's reservation, Prime Minister. Now we know that Government of India is planning to implement this 106th Constitutional Amendment Act. Now what is this 106th Constitutional Amendment Act? As part of this 106th Constitutional Amendment Act, women would be provided political reservation of 33%, in Lok Sabha, state legislative assemblies. This is a much needed step because the reason is that these women, currently the share of women in the parliament and the state legislature is very much less. In the parliament it is just around 13.6% in the 18th Lok Sabha. In 17th Lok Sabha it is around just 14.1%. In the state legislative assemblies it is less than 10%, around 8.9%. Now this shows the dismal share of women in the political organizations. Now we know that women constitute 49% of the India's population, but their share in this is very much less. Share in the political representation is very much less. Now to move this, similar to what we had done in 73rd and 74th Amendment Act for providing reservation to women, here we are doing this so that women will be also having greater role in the parliament and state legislature. And because of this move, women's issues like rapes, domestic violence, marital rape, or genital mutilation, or say sex selective abortion, all these must be will be better discussed in the parliament, because women will be having better knowledge of women issues, right? Next, further, some more provisions in this 106th Constitutional Amendment Act is that there would be 15 years reservation for women as of now, and this 15 years reservation can be further extended, but as of now it is 15 years. Now for delimiting the women seats, what are the seats must be selected for 33% reservation is that it should be based on the recent census before the elections. Now we know that census 2027 is underway, but elections will be happening in census 2029. So what central government is doing, instead of this, because there is chance that census 2027 data might get delayed, so instead of focusing on census 2027 data, government had recently announced that women reservation will be happening based on census 2011 data. And normal delimitation, which has been freezed until now, will also be happening based on census 2011 data. This is being opposed by India Alliance grouping and Congress party majorly, right? Now being Monday, there is no economy page. Generally we will be having money wise on Monday. Next. In brief on page number 10 mentions that major ports cross cargo target with 915 million tons. Now what is the thing this article is saying about major ports crossing 915 million tons. Now what is happening here? See, we are having around 12 major ports plus one recently which is being constructed called as Vadavan port. With this, total number of major ports became 13 in our country. Now all these ports together handling around 915 million tons. This is a great achievement actually. Now further, we had focused a lot, we had amended, we had repealed the earlier act, and we had brought up Ports Act 2021, which had changed the entire governance structure of the ports. Now one more thing you need to remember, major ports will be with the control of the central government, minor ports will be with the control of the state government. This can be asked in the examination, take care of that. So these are the major issues as part of today's newspaper. Yeah, I hope it is clear. Thank you.
ఇది ఏసీ అనుకున్నాను ఇంకోటి ఉంటుంది ఇప్పుడు దాని వల్ల ఎకనామిక్ పెట్టారు
Right side,